How do you recover from narcissist abuse? I'm going to share my journey that will hopefully inspire you, empower you, and speed up your journey from recovery. It is an arduous journey because your soul has been devoured, your spirit has been crushed. You've lost what you thought was the love of your life because of the love bombing, because of how they made you feel, and then you were discarded. So let's break it down. There are three basic elements that I want to share with you to help you along your journey. The first step along your journey of recovery is to allow yourself to grieve. Society is going to guilt trip you. They're going to make you think that you are insane for being so brokenhearted, for being so devastated. And they will tell you, just get over it, move on, plenty of fish in the sea. Basically, society lacks empathy from those who are grieving. In fact, they will even judge you, condemn you, belittle you for having experienced this toxic situation, which, by the way, as you are grieving, you're going to, through your anger, you're going to want to vent and share, if not get revenge. This is a dangerous passage to navigate because the narcissist has been many steps ahead of you since minute one. They have already been planting seeds of doubt. They have already been charming your network, your circle of friends, not to mention their flying monkeys, those who perpetuate their evil, dark ways. It's all been set up ahead of you. And so in your anger, you're going to want to vent and share the atrocities that this person did to you. And nobody's going to believe you. They're just going to think that either you are the narcissist or that you are crazy, which is going to magnify the pain. So resist the urge, the temptation to go and get revenge and badmouth the narcissist. Bullet point number 2 to speed up your journey of recovery from narcissist abuse is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not having seen it coming. Forgive yourself for feeling stupid. Forgive yourself for allowing somebody to have so much power over you. Forgive, forgive, forgive yourself. Not easy to do because as a result of what's happened, we first of all want to bash the narcissist over the head and get revenge, but we also beat ourselves up. What was I thinking? How could I be so stupid? How did I not see this coming? Why do I keep attracting the narcissist? Why? Beat, 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 punch, punch, punch. Your soul has already been beaten up. It doesn't need you to join the gang and continually punch yourself in the face, the stomach, over the head, you name it. Stop beating yourself up. If anything, learn to have empathy for yourself. And what do I mean by that? If you had a friend with your empathic soul, if you had a friend who was suffering from some type of grief, some type of pain, some type of loss, you would be gentle, you would be understanding, you would be kind, you would be soothing. You would do everything to help them along their journey through your goodness, sharing your light, your compassion on their soul. But we don't do it to ourselves. And we need to. We need to treat ourselves with the same empathy we afford the rest of the world. Be kind to yourself through your recovery. Be gentle. Be kind to yourself in those days when you feel so devastated, you feel paralyzed, you can't get out of bed. Be kind to yourself. Again, how would you encourage? How would you be there? How would you hold space for somebody that you cared for, who was depressed, who was grieving, who was paralyzed, emotionally devastated? How would you treat them and treat yourself that very same way? And then once you've gone through these 2 steps, and by the way, what happens along this journey of recovery is you make progress and then something happens and you fall back and you'll start grieving all over again. And then it feels like you're starting all over again, but you're actually not. You're now coming from a place of more wisdom, more experience, more understanding, more empowerment. So along the journey, you're going to have moments where you fall back. Look back and remind yourself, I have made progress. I have made progress since 6 months ago. For me, I couldn't get out of bed. I could, but I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to do anything, absolutely nothing. And on the days now when I still have moments when those emotions come back and they overwhelm me, I look back and think, but Vital, look at you now. You're not remotely back to where you were. Yes, today's a bad day and it really hurts and I feel cramps in my stomach. But look where you've come from. And that is encouraging, but you've got to acknowledge those steps of progress. That's a part of the recovery journey with the constant reminders, I am growing, I am learning, I'm becoming wiser. So the final step on your journey is then to start going inward. In the beginning, it's all external. This is what they did to me. This is what happened. This, and we point. And I knew that in our system. Why were they so evil? And why were they so dark? And why did they do this? And we tried to understand all the external factors. So the next step is go inward. And this is really hard to do, but it's the last step in your empowerment journey, is to go inward and start truly asking yourself some very deep, profound, probing questions. Start analyzing and asking yourself, why am I attracting this type of person? Second question is, why am I allowing these people to abuse me, to take advantage of me? The last step is to take accountability. Go inward. I was in the play. I played a part in this. What part did I play? And I'll keep with the metaphor of a play, of the theater. As an actor, what do I need to do with my acting to change the outcome? Who do I need to become in the future so that I do not experience this ever again? You are going to have to go through change. You're not going to change the narcissist. The change must happen with you, and it happens within, starting with accountability. And once you start to identify, I allowed this. Oh, I even enabled all of this to happen. It's a very painful awakening, but a very liberating, empowering awakening that, yes, I've identified that I had a role to play, and I am now going to change who I am so that I never experience this again. Every journey of growth, every journey of transformation always starts with awareness, and particularly awareness of the self. Then you start to evaluate. The continuation of bullet point number 3 is, I've evaluated what part I've played, I've taken accountability. Now, who do I want to become? Who do I want to attract in the future? And what do I need to do? Who do I need to become to start attracting that right type of person? There's an intellectual shift that needs to happen. There's an emotional shift that needs to happen. And there's an energetic shift that needs to happen. But again, it all starts from here. So quick recap. Step number 1, you're going to grieve. And in that moment of grieving, it's in your own time. There is nobody who can tell you you should have already been over it. It's in your time. Now, there's a caveat with that. As you grieve in your own time, the objective is to not let it linger and become this eternal journey of grief. The objective is to get out of the grieving phase. So you're going to have to challenge yourself and pressure yourself, but only you have the right to pressure and challenge yourself to stop grieving. Nobody else is in your shoes. Nobody else understands what you experienced. And so do it in your time with clear objectives. And then recap number 2, bullet point number 2, forgive yourself along that journey, have empathy for you. And then the final step, go inward. I hope this video has helped you. My name is Vital Germaine. I am a life coach. I do specialize in narcissist abuse recovery. Go to vitalgermaine.com if you'd like more. And all of what I share, you can also find in my book, Pink is the Color of Empathy. This book, I am blown away as to the amount of inbox messages that I receive that has changed people's lives, that has impacted them, that has empowered them. And the book is about two aspects. One aspect is, how do you become a high-value person being an empath? Because we were given these amazing gifts, and it's a question of, how do I manage and share, know who to share the gift with, when to share it, how to optimize it, but also the recovery journey. I go much deeper into the recovery journey. I was on the brink of death. I was in the darkest of places. I came back, and I want to share that knowledge with you, empower you to also become the person that you wanted to become, to find your soul again. Because narcissist abuse, we lose ourselves completely. We don't understand who we are. We don't understand what happened to us. Pink is the color of empathy. Reach out for me if you want coaching. I also offer webinars. Go to vitalgermaine.com and you will have access to all information, reels, blogs, books, webinars, you name it. Thank you for joining me.